A team dedicated to controlling populations of invasive Burmese pythons in the U.S. state of Florida has deployed remote-controlled and solar-powered robotic rabbits to locate the elusive predators.
미국 플로리다주에서 외래종인 버마 비단뱀 개체수가 급증했습니다. 그러자 관련 당국이 토끼 로봇을 이용해서 이를 포획하는 작전에 나섰어요. 이 토끼 로봇은 태양열로 구동하며 원격 조정이 가능한 것으로 알려졌습니다. Quite a story, really.
Yeah, so of course, in Florida, if you're familiar with it, there are many creatures that you don't see in other parts of the U.S. That are in Florida, like alligators, other snakes, and things like that. So I guess there's a big problem with these Burmese pythons.
Pythons.
Yeah, so a python, of course, is a type of snake. And what authorities there are doing is they're using technology. They're using these things like remote-controlled robotic rabbits. So they're robots that look like rabbits, and they actually emit a scent that attract these pythons. And what they will do is they will, once they see these pythons, they will catch them, and officials will be alerted, and so these wranglers will go out and euthanize these animals.
Oh, so basically they're trying to locate these pythons.
Yes, exactly, because it's a big, of course, it's a big nuisance. Here in Korea, you can have insect problems,
Right,
you can have
바퀴벌레.
rat problems, perhaps, but in Florida, there are snake problems here. So this isn't the first time that they've used this sort of technology. Before, they've used dogs before to detect these pythons, but they're using robots now.
Robot. Wow.
Rabbits.
Rabbits. Robot rabbits. 모르니까 어쨌든 로봇이잖아요. 토끼 로봇. We'll talk about scientific advancement.
Yeah.
정말 이 과학의 발전이라고 하는 것은 진짜 멀리만 있는 것이 아니라 우리의 가까이 있는 것 같습니다. 그래서 토끼 로봇을 활용해서 어디에 이 pythons가 있는지, 이 비단 뱀들이 있는지 locate them. 그 위치를 추적해서 여기 있네 하고 잡아내는 건데 it has been quite difficult so far because they've been very elusive.
Yes.
We're going to discuss that word a little bit later. But before that, let's talk about this organization. It's dedicated to the catching or controlling the population of these pythons,
Yeah.
right?
So it's a local public agency, and they're committed. They're devoted, and they have one specific purpose in this case is to catch these pythons. So they're dedicated to doing that. Right?
Dedicated.
Yes.
우리가 책을 쓰거나 하고 뭐 논문을 쓰거나 할 때 dedicated to my family, dedicated to my advisor, professor 누구누구라고 한다든지 누구누구에게 바칩니다라고 할 때 dedicate라는 말을 쓰잖아요. And we're talking about this organization or this association or group of people. They are dedicated to ing something이라고
Yes.
하니까 뭐뭐 하는 것에 dedicate 바쳐졌다라고 하는 건 like Shane has just mentioned, they're trying to explain the main purpose of this organization. then.
Right. That's their aim or goal.
Aim.
Right? Yes.
아, 그렇구나. 그러면 does that mean that it is the only thing that they do?
No, but in this case, that's what they're. Well, maybe they have a team within this organization, so that is their main purpose.
I
but
see.
Perhaps they might catch other pests as well. Yeah.
다른 일도 하겠죠.
Perhaps,
It's
yeah.
dedicated to. 그러니까 주요 목적은 뭐뭐 하는데 조금 집중되어 있다라고 할 때 dedicated to. 여기서도 말하기를 it's dedicated to controlling 이란 말을 합니다. Controlling population or populations of invasive Burmese pythons in the U.S. state of Florida.
Yeah.
그러니까 좀 이렇게 제한하고 그렇다고 완전히 뭐 remove or eradicate 하는 것이 아니라 controlling 정도가 되는군요.
Right, because they do have, I'm sure, benefits to the
Yes.
ecosystem as well. But they are invasive, means that they spread, or they're usually undesirable. Right?
undesirable.
or harmful.
Harmful, very aggressive.
Yeah.
They must be.
Perhaps, yeah. But they are elusive as
네.
well, right? They're not easy to catch, meaning elusive, right? To elude police, for example, it means you're difficult to find or to catch.
Right.
Yeah.
We say like 요리조리 잘 빠져나가다.
Yeah.
They can easily get away with usually all those traps and everything. So elusive, E-L-U-S-I-V-E. 저는 이것만 보면 이렇게 요리조리 빠져나가는 미끄덩미끄덩하게 뭐 이런 생각을 항상 해요. Elusive. 자, 찾기 힘들고 잡기 어렵다라고 할 때 elusive 하다라고 말하죠. So we're describing these pythons as the elusive predators라고 말합니다. 네. All right. So here's the story once again. A team dedicated to controlling populations of invasive Burmese pythons in the U.S. state of Florida has deployed remote-controlled and solar-powered robotic rabbits to locate the elusive predators. Interesting. All right, so let's move on to our next story.
A special variety of coffee known as Panamanian Geisha has set a new world record by selling for more than $30,000 per kilogram at a global auction.
오, 파나마 게이샤라고 하는 커피 원두 품종이 국제 경매에서 1kg당 3만 달러 이상의 금액에 판매되면서 사상 최고가 기록을 세웠다는 소식입니다.
Yeah. So normally when you think of luxury items that sell for high prices at auction, you think of wines, you think of cheeses, but now you can add coffee to the list. So, we complain about coffee prices going way up here in Korea, but imagine spending more than $30,000. How much would that be? About almost 40 million won
Right.
per kilo of this very special coffee from Panama.
There was a time when we were raving about this. What is it? The Luwak coffee? I don't know how to properly pronounce it. Luwak coffee, which is supposed to be very, very expensive, using cats and they're like
Feces.
Exactly.
Yes.
Feces, exactly.
Yes.
Luwak, 그렇군요. 그런데 이제는 now we're talking about Panamanian geisha coffee.
Yeah, so it's Gesha. I think you can pronounce it geisha,
Geisha.
like the Japanese female entertainers, or gesha is how it's spelled.
아, 그렇군요. 근데 이 게이샤라는 이름은요, 해당 지역의 이름인 게샤의 그 음역과 역사적인 철자 오류에서 비롯됐다고 합니다. 아, 우리말이 더 어렵네요. 그죠? 이 품종이 중미로 이동할 때 게이샤로 이제 기록이 됐다는 거죠. 현재 두 철자가 모두 사용되고 있지만 말씀하신 것처럼 사실은 정확한 철자는 게샤라고 합니다. 그러니까 게샤 커피 많이 들어보셨을 것 같아요. 자, 여기에서 a special variety of coffee known as Panamanian geisha has set a new world record 이렇게 시작합니다. variety라고 하면 a variety of different colors, a variety of food, music, 다양한이라고 말할 때
Yeah.
variety를 쓴 것 같은데 여기서는 좀 다른가 보죠?
Yeah, so this is interesting. So normally, like you said, a variety would be an assortment or
Right.
a spread or a collection, a variety of smartphones at the store. But in this case, we're talking about one specific type or kind of something. So it's almost the opposite meaning of variety, right? So we're talking about one specific variety or version of something.
Version.
Yeah.
Can I say kind as well?
Yes, a kind of something, a type of something.
A type of
Yes.
something,
Yeah.
kind of something. 아까 말씀 a version of something. 어떤 버전이다라고 말할 때 그걸 variety. 참 인생이 정말 버라이어티하다라고 할 때 다양하고 뭐 여러 가지 뭐 일이 벌어지고 할 때 버라이어티를 쓰게 되지만 여기서 말하는 버라이어티, variety라고 하는 건 한 가지의 특정 품종을 가리키고 있습니다. 그러면 예를 들어서 어떻게 우리가 예문으로 쓸 수 있을까요? Any
Yeah.
sample sentence you might want to
Yeah,
give
so
us?
maybe a farm grows a rare variety of apples, that you can't grow anywhere else, perhaps.
아, 약간 특수 품종
Yeah.
이렇게 말할 때 special variety of
A
apples.
special variety, very
Special
good,
variety.
yes.
아,
Or
그렇게
a
말할 수
rare
있구나.
variety, right?
Rare variety.
Yeah.
그렇군요. 아주 드문 품종 이렇게 말할 적에 variety, variety를 쓸 수가 있겠군요. Interesting. 자, 그래서 so as we were saying, it has set a new world record by selling for more than $30,000 US.
Yes, so it's achieved this sort of result. In this case, money, over $30,000. So when you achieve a performance that hasn't occurred, anywhere else in the world, you've set a new world record.
So there was a record before, but it was broken, right?
Yeah, and records are meant to be broken.
Meant to
as they
be
say.
broken, of course. 기록은 깨지라고 있는 거죠. Meant to be broken. 자, 그래서 that's what exactly happened here. Set a new world record. 기록을 세우다. Set a new world record. 새로운 기록을 세웠다는 말이 되겠습니다. And here's the story once again. A special variety of coffee known as Panamanian geisha has set a new world record by selling for more than $30,000 per kilogram at a global auction. Okay, let's move on to the final headline.
A recent study finds that consuming caffeine at night may increase impulsive behavior, potentially leading to reckless actions.
밤에 커피를 마시면 충동성이 높아져서 이 무모한 행동으로 이어질 수 있다는 연구 결과가 발표됐습니다.
Yeah.
Coffee at night, it's not quite advised, right?
Yeah, especially if you're sensitive to caffeine, right? I think this is commonly known, but researchers, of course, had to do a study and they used fruit flies. You know, the little flies that occur, especially during the summertime when you leave food out. And they tested different caffeine doses and by timing day and night, and they found that nighttime caffeine increases impulsivity, right? Impulse behaviors and reckless flying. So imagine these fruit flies sort of flying in a haphazard sort of way, and it was different from daytime caffeine.
아, 그렇군요.
Yeah.
그러니까 increased impulsivity라고 해서 충동성이란 단어가 따로 있습니다. impulsivity를 increase, 높였다. Coffee at night
Yeah.
말씀하신 것처럼 이 초파리를 가지고 한 실험에서 그렇게 드러났다고 합니다. 자, 여기서 impulsive behavior라는 건 뭘까요?
Yeah, so there are actions that you take when you don't really think out or plan something. You have these immediate feelings or desires. Think of at the supermarket, right by the register, there's always little things that really tempt you to
I
buy.
know.
Those are impulse purchases, they say, right?
impulsive purchases.
Yes.
그러니까 충동 구매, impulsive purchases 그런 말 참 많이 하게 되죠. 네, 그렇습니다. 자, impulsive impulsive로 쓰게 됩니다. 그러니까 increase impulsive behavior. 그러니까 충동적인 행동을 좀 부추기고 혹은 높인다라고 해서 it may increase impulsive behavior. So don't go shopping when you're hungry.
No,
네.
not a good idea.
네, 배고픈 상태로 쇼핑 갔다가는 impulsive shopping을 하기가 아주
Yes.
쉽다는 거잖아요. 자, 그러다 보니 potentially leading to reckless actions.
Yeah, so reckless is similar to impulsive in that you don't think about it in advance, but when you talk about reckless behavior, there's almost a danger or a risk, or there's this sort of lack of caution or care, right? When you take it. So reckless driving is a very common one. Right?
reckless driving
Yes.
맞습니다. 그러니까 운전을 할 적에 아주 무모하게 좀 운전을 마구 한다라고 할 때 reckless driving.
Right, almost 난폭, right? As they
난폭
say.
운전.
Yeah.
오, 맞다.
When you're very dangerous. In
네,
that case.
그렇죠. reckless, 그러니까 앞뒤를 가리지 않는 것이 되겠죠. So you don't care about the consequences. You just go right ahead. 그러니까 reckless라고 말하게 됩니다. 네, 자 이렇게 해서 이런 아주 주요 표현들이 들어가 있는 스토리까지 함께 하셨는데요. And here's the story or headline once again. A recent study finds that consuming caffeine at night may increase impulsive behavior, potentially leading to reckless actions. 네, 자 지금까지 뉴스캐스터 우리 셰인과 함께 오늘의 헤드라인을 자세히 알아봤습니다.